Hello everyone, and welcome to Terminals, Software, and Gateway Solutions. In this training, we're going to do a high-level overview of the different solutions we're able to offer. Let's take a look. Now we're going to start off with your terminal solutions for retail swiped merchants. Now one thing we want to make sure we cover first is the difference between analog and digital phone lines. The type of terminal you're going to choose will be directly determined by the type of phone line that the merchant has. You obviously want to get your merchant set up correctly the first time, make things easier for both you and them. Now any phone line that runs through a modem, whether that's from Comcast, Verizon Fios, AT&T Uverse, Vonage, MagicJack, or any VoIP or VoIP system, those are all going to be digital lines. It's actually traveling on a completely different system, so there's some benefits to setting a merchant up with an IP solution versus an analog in that case. Now, if the merchant also got a bundle from their telephone and internet provider, there's also a very good chance it's a digital line as well. The telecom industry is actually phasing out analog phone lines, so it is in your merchant's best interest to get an IP solution. Now, analog solutions will always be the most cost-effective simply because it's the oldest technology. Just like buying a VHS player would be cheaper than buying a DVD player. But your merchants will want to be on the newer technology. There's a number of benefits, and depending on their system, they might not even be able to use analog terminals. Let's take a look. So let's start with analog terminals. Now one end is going to plug into an electrical outlet. The other end is going to connect to an analog phone line. Now, it does not need to be a dedicated phone line. You can use a splitter, but direct is suggested for best results. So it's best to hook it up directly into the phone line if that is an option. It's going to dial out to a 1-800 number. So if you have a merchant that is on a long distance plan, this will not eat up their long distance. Now, transaction time on this is a little bit longer. You're looking at about 9 to 12 seconds as it actually has to sit there and dial the phone. As a result of this being the oldest technology, these are going to be your least expensive terminal and printer combos, but again, with analog lines being phased out by the telephone companies, we don't know how much longer these will be a viable solution. Now keep in mind, different terminals work in different capacities. Some can support gift cards, some can do check guarantee, and some can support multiple accounts. For more info, go to Resources, then Equipment Overview to learn more. That's available on CB Headquarters. Now let's touch on IP terminals. These are also known as dual mode terminals because they can work with an analog phone line as a backup. One end's going to plug into an electrical outlet. Now one thing I want to note, that no terminal will successfully connect to a digital phone line. The connectivity is poor and unreliable. It may work on certain transactions, but it might drop some, and it will burn out the internal modem on that terminal. The merchant must connect an IP terminal to a router or modem using an Ethernet or Cat5 cable. Different names for the same thing there. But definitely want to hook it up with an Ethernet cable to a router to get the best results. Now, one of the benefits is the transaction time is much faster. You're looking at about 4 seconds. That's about half the time, and that's definitely going to add up when you have a merchant that's dealing with any type of a busy situation, whether it's a coffee shop, a deli, a newsstand, anything with a big line. This is going to make a big difference to them. They'll really appreciate it. And same disclaimer here, different terminals work in different capacities. Do check CB Headquarters to learn more about which terminals have the specific features that your merchants need. Now let's touch on wireless. Now these are going to work wirelessly off the cell phone towers. They do carry a $12 monthly wireless fee on them, just because regular smartphones, they carry a data plan to transfer that data. These transfer data to send the transactions, so they will require data with them as well. Your cost is $12 a month on that. You're absolutely able to mark that up. Industry standard runs between $15 and $20. These do have an analog backup on them in case there is no cell service, so you are able to plug it into an analog phone line. But generally, if you have service on your smartphone, you'll have service on your wireless terminal. They also carry a one-time activation fee. Just contact CB support for the exact cost for the make and model you're looking to activate. Same stipulations here as well. Different terminals work in different capacities. Check cbheadquarters.com for more info. Now, let's talk about some other solutions for our swiped merchants. First, let's touch on Genius EX. So this is perfect. This is a great solution for your non-brick and mortar merchant, your food truck, trade show merchant who wants to swipe and has a compatible smartphone or tablet. Now, this is a great, very robust program that we've got. It's a free download where they're actually able to run transactions, do voids, ton of different things. Merchant's going to receive a username and password, log into our Genius EX app, which is a free download, and charge the card using a card reader that's compatible with their device. Merchant has the option to manually enter a charge if they need to, of course. Right now, for the iPhones and iPads, as well as the majority of Androids, we have the ID Tech Shuttle. Your cost on that is $39. You are able to mark that up. And Genius EX is a Cayenne product and is offered to our merchants only. We offer 24/7 tech support. Now, one thing to note, you cannot plug that card reader into a computer. It only works on smartphones and tablets. And again, they do have to be an Apple or Android device. There are no Windows phones or BlackBerry supported. If the merchant does need to process a transaction on a computer, they are able to log into a virtual terminal on the back end, but they will not be able to swipe that transaction. But if they would like to swipe on a computer, this is what you'd want to set them up with. This is retailauthorized.net. So again, this is a perfect solution for your non-brick and mortar merchant, kiosks, trade shows, etc., who want to swipe and either doesn't have a smartphone or would rather use their laptop or computer. People that always pop into mind for me when I think of this solution are tax professionals. If you think about it, they're coming to your house, they're doing your taxes, they've got their computer with them. It only makes sense for them to plug in a card reader, take your payment right on that device. So it's a perfect solution for them. Authorized.net provides our merchants with excellent tech support Monday through Friday, 10 to 7 Eastern, and chat and email support from 10 to 7 Eastern on weekends. They are closed on major holidays. Merchant will also receive a username and password they can use to manually enter a charge if needed. And the reader that they'll use is a MagTech ID Tech. Your cost on that is $79. Merchant will also pay a monthly gateway fee to Authorized.net. Your cost is $5. You can charge higher than this. Now let's touch on some solutions for your Keyed, Moto, and Internet merchants. Now let's talk about Merchantware. This is a perfect solution for your Keyed face-to-face or Moto merchants. Definitely very ideal for anyone who's not interacting with their customers face-to-face or is taking that payment ahead of doing so. Perfect solution for them. Merchant's going to receive a username and password, log on to our Merchantware website, and charge the card. This is what's known as a virtual terminal. It's essentially just like having a credit card terminal, except it's hosted virtually on a website. There are also smartphone applications that they're able to download at no additional charge. Merchantware is a Cayenne product and is offered to our merchants only. We offer 24/7 tech support. You're also able to set them up with different rate structures, so you're able to price that account however you like. There's definitely a lot of flexibility around this, and it's a free setup, so definitely a big benefit. Now let's touch on Authorized.net. So this is your go-to solution for e-commerce, otherwise known as internet merchants. This will virtually connect to a shopping cart or Pay Now button on the merchant shopping cart. Authorized.net still provides our merchants with excellent tech support Monday through Friday, 10 to 7 Eastern, and chat and email support from 10 to 7 Eastern on weekends. They are closed on major holidays. Merchant will also receive a username and password they can use to take phone orders, and the merchant will pay a monthly gateway fee to Authorized.net. Your cost is $5 a month. You can charge higher than this. And we're not charging any setup fees with Authorized.net, so a humongous benefit. Great, very robust solution. They can actually help the business owner implement this onto their website to make things very nice and easy. So definitely check it out. Authorized.net actually handles the majority of the e-commerce transactions in the United States right now. And that's what we've got for you guys today. So for any questions, please email our dedicated team at cvsupport@cayenne.com or give us a call at 1-800-528-0884. Thank you guys all so much and have a phenomenal day.